Hi friends, it is officially Aquarius season and I'm already laughing because I was just shuffling the deck, just like putting my intentions in to do this tarot reading for you and to talk about Aquarius season. And I finished shuffling, like I pray into the deck and like I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. I can feel the vibe. And on the bottom of the deck, I just see the Queen of Crystals. This would be the Aquarius Queen. So I feel like we're already off to a good start. I literally just cut the deck and here's the Page of Crystals. Okay, because I was gonna just kind of like shuffle while I talk to you. So crystals is air sign energy. Aquarius is an air sign. So Aquarius season is from today, January 19th until through February 17th. Okay, Pisces season starts on February 18th. I'm very curious if any of you are an Aquarius. I am an Aquarius, so happy birthday to my fellow Aquarians. So let's talk about first the themes of Aquarius season, because whether you are an Aquarius or not, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all experiencing Aquarius season, just like we're all experiencing January. Okay, so the themes of Aquarius season are individuality that serve the collective. It's a lot about like really being able to recognize where you have like your special gifts, your strengths, whatever you're kind of like meant to contribute in this life. You're supposed to really focus on recognizing those things and bring that to the greater good. And if this is something that you struggle with, this is actually one of my greatest specialties, is helping other people find their unique strengths. I believe that every single person has superpowers, and it's really just that you have to kind of figure out what those superpowers are. For some people, it literally is kind of like almost like metaphysical gifts, but I don't necessarily mean that. You just like might be the best in the world at something, and you don't even realize that that is like what your gift is and how you're supposed to like bring that to fruition for everybody. Everybody has superpowers though. And I actually have my certification as a strengths coach from Gallup and Clifton Strengths Finder. So this is something I do love to work on with my clients. I've been a certified coach in this since 2016. So yeah, I love it. And like I said, this is literally like one of my greatest gifts. And it makes sense because I am an Aquarius. Some other themes of Aquarius season are like creativity. So you might have kind of like out of the box thinking. There's a lot of truthfulness to Aquarius season. Aquarius is the water bearer. It's not a water sign though, it's an air sign. It is the bearer of the truth and it can communicate the truth. And there's a lot of like knowledge and wisdom and higher learning and a lot around humanitarianism. Some other themes that feel especially pertinent right now, and if like you haven't believed in astrology before, the fact that today, like everything that's been going on with TikTok, these themes just resonate so strong. So social justice, technology, sustainability, innovative thinking, and collective efforts for change. Like, hello, we're experiencing Aquarius season right now. I'm going to put some key dates of transits that are happening during Aquarius season. I'll put those in the description of the video. But one thing that is really standing out to me is that the sun is going to be conjunct Pluto for the first time in our lifetimes. Okay, so Pluto moved into Aquarius in November, but the sun has not been in Aquarius since then. The sun just moved into Aquarius today. So now the sun and Pluto will be conjunct exact on the 21st, but we're already feeling that energy now. And Pluto is also, with like especially being in Aquarius, a lot about revolution and change and social justice and like tearing down old structures that don't work anymore and things like that. And so we're literally experiencing that. So that's going to be a theme for this month. And honestly, it's going to be an ongoing theme for a while because Pluto is in Aquarius for the next 20 years. And so this theme is just like, we're really getting this, like this ball rolling. Things are kicking off for the collective here. And I'm sure we're going to see that play out in the cards as well. Now that we understand the themes of Aquarius season, let's really get into this tarot reading. So I want to look at what my YouTube subscribers can expect more on an individual level first for Aquarius season. What can my YouTube subscribers expect on an individual level for Aquarius season? Thank you, Spirit. What can my YouTube subscribers expect on an individual level during Aquarius season? Thank you, Spirit. On an individual level, right? We're having a lot of global experiences and things that we'll experience as a collective, but it's also like, what are we really gonna each individually experience too? What are my YouTube subscribers going to experience in Aquarius season. Okay. Anything else? Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Five of Crystals. This is actually Venus in Aquarius. Venus isn't actually in Aquarius right now, but it just kind of, it speaks to like the fact that we are in Aquarius season and kind of like the energy that we are experiencing. So what I'm getting from this, especially also the fact we have the Queen of Stars, the Lovers, the Strength card are the other cards that came out. I'll go through all these, okay? But like what I'm getting in this energy is that there's going to be some things where it feels like you're kind of in a lose-lose situation, okay? It's kind of like, I mean, let's even just talk about it from the standpoint of like even TikTok, right? If TikTok is like saved in a way that doesn't feel good, but at the same time you want to be on TikTok, it's like that feels kind of like a lose-lose situation, right? Or like you want to be on social media, but like you don't feel good really like anywhere that it might be, like that doesn't really feel good. It's like, it just feels like this option isn't good, this option isn't good. Like none of the options feel like really excellent, okay? And so that is an energy that is here. So like acknowledge that and just like, it's okay to have that feeling. It's okay to feel conflicted. And yeah, and sometimes like the reality is you might have to choose between like not a bunch of great options, but a key is that you are actually still making a choice and not letting yourself just be completely disempowered. Okay, that is important. I think a lot of times, and even kind of talking politically again, sometimes people are like, I don't like any of the options. I don't want to just choose between like the lesser of two evils or whatever. You need to make a choice. Okay, there's choices that need to be made here. It just seems like you are literally disempowering yourself by just being like, I'm just not going to participate because other people are. So that's also kind of an energy here, okay? I do see the Queen of Stars. And so it's also like you have to do what you need to do to take care of yourself and feel comfortable for yourself. And I do get the sense that there is financial security that comes right now. So you might feel a little bit like, sometimes we feel icky about that when financial security comes from a place like where you know that like not everything is like good about like it. I'm hearing the dogs next door barking. It's like, it's kind of make me think about The Good Place if you have watched that, and how it's like there's no choice that you can make where there's like ethical consumerism and ethical like anything really under capitalism. And so but you still have to exist. So you have to do what you have to do, and it's like it's okay, right? What your job is to do with the Queen of Stars is to make sure that you are financially okay. You don't need to feel guilty about being like making sure that you're okay. You have to make choices. You are supposed to be financially okay, because if you're not okay, this is kind of like taking care of your basic needs. If you're not okay, you're not going to be able to contribute in the highest good. And I just saw my timer 2111. Like you have to align within yourself in order for you to like take action and help the collective. And that's literally the Aquarius energy. So you have to take care of yourself as an individual so that you can help humanity. All right. So like find where you are aligned with the Lovers card here. I do also feel like that this is also about actual love, like an actual like divine aligned partnerships. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love, but I do feel like you start to feel like more love coming in, especially with the Queen of Stars and the Lovers. Even the Five of Crystals is a Venus card. So it's like, it does seem like you actually feel loved this month, and some of that might even be coming from yourself. The Queen of Stars is very mothering and nurturing, so maybe that's like you kind of mothering yourself. And then the Strength card is also very much about like internal, so like do what you need to do to take care of that inner child, to take care of yourself. I honestly have been getting so many like inner child downloads. I'm gonna probably kind of like put them, some here, some on TikTok, we'll see. But also with the Strength card, we do have a full moon in Leo coming up. That is the full moon that is during Aquarius season, and the Strength card is obviously Leo. So there is also probably going to be an opportunity for you to release some pretty big like inner child wounds with that full moon, and release things that are blocking you from being kind of like embracing your uniqueness, embracing your individuality so that you can tap more into your superpowers, okay? And use them for the collective good. Like that seems to be important. What do my YouTube subscribers need to understand about Aquarius season more collectively? Like, what will we all be going through? Yeah. Go ahead. Wow. Okay. You guys, like, freaking love. Look at this. Okay, Empress came forward. Queen of Cups came forward. Like, I was just talking about, like, mothering yourself, taking care of your emotions. Like, the Empress is the divine feminine of the deck. Queen of Cups is another mother card, right? Like, we're having all this divine feminine energy. It's really beautiful. And, it, like, so also to me, this is about, there is a lot of emotional contentment. That is actually another theme of, like, this specific Aquarius season, a lot of, like, coming forward. And abundance. And it's okay. Like, I think a lot of times people feel bad when things are going well in their life, when things are like kind of shitty globally, right? Or like you see that like stuff is really like, for example, maybe you've been watching a lot on like the LA fires and you're like, you feel really bad that like you're fine or whatever. And it's like, here's the thing. We need some people to be doing fine and to be thriving so that we can then uplift the people who are doing great in any moment of time, can uplift the other people who aren't. You don't have to feel guilty that you're doing good as long as you are also making choices that are not just like completely selfish in nature, but you do have to take care of yourself first, right? It's like put your oxygen mask on first. You don't need to feel bad that somebody else's oxygen mask isn't on them yet when like you haven't even gotten yours on. Put yours on and then help everybody else, right? So I do see like with the Four of Crystals, I think that it is a reminder that like it's okay to make sure that you're taking care of you, that you're doing what you need to do to ground, to recharge, to stay safe, because things don't necessarily feel good. There are a lot of shifts, but then you can also call in really good things. So it's okay, like if you maybe need to disconnect sometimes a little bit more. The Five of Crystals can also kind of be like a little bit like stepping away from other people. The Four of Crystals, right now we have the 5 and the 4. The 4 of Crystals is about resting and recharging and being really mindful about the type of rest that you need. And so I do feel like you probably do sometimes need some breaks from like collectively what's going on. And that is okay. Make that choice and then just make sure that the rest that you're taking is actually replenishing you. Okay, so if you are taking rest and then you're like, I'm not actually feeling replenished, you need to do something about that. And I actually talked a little bit about rest in maybe like the last week's, it was a recent reading. I forget when it was. It was a pretty recent post talking about like the different types of rest and how you need to replenish. But I also see, oh my goodness, on the bottom of the deck, I had the 2 of Cups and then I stopped. I see the page of, or I see the page here. I see the Ace of Cups here too. Okay, so there is a lot of alignment, lovers, 2 of Cups, a lot of alignment and a lot of love flowing here. You can still call in what you want. Page of Stars is here. We have the Page of Stars. We have the Queen of Stars. Look at what's on this Page of Stars card too. That's literally the Aquarius constellation right there. All right, so we can still be manifesting and getting what we want and finding the abundance of love by filling our own cup. I feel like that's a big theme here. Fill your own cup. Do what you need to do to replenish your own cup. Choose where you need to be. And that way you can call in others that feel very aligned with you, including in romantic relationships, but in any sort of loving relationship. Again, if that's like family, friends, but this is definitely including romantic relationships. Okay, I really do feel like there can be some things coming in for those of you that are trying to like manifest in romance and love, like, and it really is about you showing up with a full cup. Yeah, okay. what other advice do you have for this collective for Aquarius season, Spirit? Any other advice for this collective for Aquarius season? Any other advice? King of Cups. Oh my goodness. About the King of Cups is about remaining calm and balanced in turbulent times. Now we have, though, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Lovers. Remain calm and balanced in turbulent times, though. That's really the theme of the King of Cups. So what do you need to do to feel calm and balanced in turbulent times? That's this recharging. That's taking care of your inner child, your emotions. That's making yourself feel safe at home. That's choosing divinely aligned connections. That's doing the things that make you feel like you're a channel from the universe and like letting the good things flow into you and then pouring that back out to other people. That's about receiving your blessings in abundance, right? That's how to do this. That's the King of Cups. And again, for some of you, that will also mean literally a person coming in. But this was advice, right? So the advice is remain calm and balanced even during turbulent times. And I really just see with the Hierophant card, this is a lot about like trusting the process, staying connected to spirit, and maybe even, Aquarius season is a lot about kind of trying new practices and things like that, out of the box thinking, and so yeah, maybe there's some like practices that you have used in the past that really worked well for you that you can come back to, and maybe this is an opportunity for you to explore some different practices, and that allow you to like open up in your emotions and things like that. Yeah, this is very divinely guided with the Temperance card. Okay, so finding again that balance, remaining calm and balanced. Look at balance, remaining balanced in turbulent times. But there's so much of these two cups, the Lovers. There's a lot here. So really a big theme does seem to be like aligning in partnership. The King of Stars is now on the bottom of the deck, followed by the Four of Wands. Community, partnership, divine connection, and this really does seem like, so now we have the King of Stars and the Queen of Stars. Taking care of yourself financially and just finding that stability. I'm feeling very calm. Yeah, I like this card is coming off. I feel like I'm not supposed to take this card. It's trying to show me this card, Six of Cups. Like I was trying to pick up the deck and yeah, it's almost like I'm not supposed to pay attention to the Five of Wands. When you're feeling like this like tension and conflict, come back to your inner child and I'm seeing now 11:55 on the timer, 1155, like when you're feeling like kind of chaotic, 5/5 is lots of change, there's a lot of chaos, come back to that like divine self. What do you actually want to manifest? Come back to places of joy, come back to happy memories. And this is also some soulmate connection stuff here with the Six of Cups. Come back to your places of emotional contentment. Yeah. Pluto card now on the bottom of the deck with the Judgment card. So yeah, okay, so let's come back to what we need to understand about Pluto in Aquarius and the sun being conjunct Pluto. Let's look at what we need to understand about that. I am going to do a whole reading also on just like the week ahead that this week will be, so that'll be posted next. So let's take a look though. What do we need to understand about the sun being conjunct Pluto in Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. No, that's too many. What do we need to understand about Pluto being in Aquarius right now? How that affects us during Aquarius season. For this collective, Pluto in Aquarius. You guys, there's so much freaking, honestly, it does feel like a lot of love can be coming in. It feels like there's the line that just kind of came to me is like from Mr. Rogers, like look for the helpers. It feels like there are people that are coming in that actually do have genuine intentions to try to make things better. It really does look like that with this Knight of Cups coming in, okay? And then the Six of Cups, like it really does feel like things can actually get better. There is like not everything about the revolution has to just be like so destructive. It can actually feel good is what I'm getting. And I actually think a lot of us maybe have been fearing certain aspects of like revolution because especially looking back, I know there's been so much talk about like when the last time Pluto was in Aquarius and all the types of revolution then, and like there's a lot of like war and destructive energy and things like that, and like that doesn't necessarily, like that's not necessarily something that any of us like want to have to like experience. But the thing is that this is not the exact, not every single thing about all the astrology is exactly the same. Yes, Pluto is in Aquarius, but like other things aren't in the exact same places. And so it is going to be different this time than it was 250 years ago. And so like there can be good, okay? There can be, it doesn't have to all feel bad. And I feel like the more that you can kind of allow for that, like, and be like, yeah, like this can actually feel good. Maybe that'll help bring you some of that safety, because my eye keeps on coming back to this Queen of Stars. It may help you feel a little bit of that safety. Like, yes, we can tear down the structures that aren't working for us with the Devil, right? And like rebalance, Six of Stars. We can tear down these things that aren't working for us, but like we can do that in a way that actually, it just feels like there's a lot of even harmonic like energy exchange, really. Six of Cups and Six of Stars coming out. It doesn't have to all feel bad. It really doesn't. I feel like there's so much doom and gloom, and I really feel like it does not have to all feel bad. It really doesn't. I think that's the biggest message. It's okay on the days when it does feel bad, but it doesn't always have to feel bad all the time. The Three of Stars just came out. Yeah, what are you trying to tell me about the Three of Stars? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So just another message is, and I feel like I've talked about this recently in another reading as well. This is a good time if you are not in therapy, or you don't have like someone that's helping you to kind of navigate the like confusing emotions, the difficult emotions and things like that. This is a good time to do that. Okay. Having somebody to help you, and like it should be somebody who is very culturally competent, somebody whose values you align with. If you are like looking into a therapist or a coach and they won't talk about their values, that is not a good person for you. That's like not a good match. And yeah, like part of the ethics of therapy is also like being able to advocate for your clients. I say this from somebody who literally had to like pass ethics tests. I have my bachelor's in psych, but like more specifically my master's in marriage and family therapy. And like, yeah, there are ethics about like advocating for your clients. And so if your values don't feel aligned with somebody, then they're just not a good match for you, right? And that comes back to everything that we saw before, right? All these feeling aligned in any partnership that you're kind of embarking on. And so that's something to look into though. And so this might be your sign that if you've been thinking like, okay, I should probably find a therapist. Yeah. Ace of Stars on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. A therapist or a coach or somebody that can help you along the way and kind of be there for you and support you as we're going through kind of these turbulent times. That does seem to be just another final message. It's another place for you to find safety and to help you to like reparent yourself. So those are the themes that I want to talk about today for Aquarius season. Let me know how that resonates, and yeah, I will see you again soon.